This podcast is intended for adults 18 years and older. It contains explicit language and sexual situations. All thoughts and opinions expressed are of our own and not of those of any specific group, employer, or individual, and is not intended to take as professional advice.
Welcome to the Foreplay Podcast. Join the journey, experiences, and sexual adventures of two high school sweethearts navigating through the swinging lifestyle as millennials. Come along for the ride. Dare to play?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Foreplay Podcast. This is Bella.
This is Jase.
This is a little bit of a different episode that you're going to be hearing. So far, we haven't ever done this before, but have you guys ever heard of tier lists? You'll see them on YouTube most of the time, where it's like you make a S tier, A tier, B, all the way down.
Yeah.
S tier is the best.
It's like a God tier.
Yes.
And then
you rank things. So what we're doing is ranking. What are we ranking?
all of our lifestyle vacations, trips in 2024. We had 11 different ones in this category. I also will say, if you guys want to see the video of this so you can actually physically see the tier list as well, we'll have it linked down below on our YouTube channel. Or you can go to foreplay.com/YouTube. It's number 4OURPLY.com/YouTube. You can find it there as well. But also, if you are listening along, you will definitely be able to understand where everything is on the list. It's just if you want to see where it is. But I'm really excited to do this. I've always wanted to film one of these tier list type of videos, type of content, and I'm just really excited to talk about all of our trips that we did in 2024. So let's go ahead and jump into it.
So first we have A+++ tier, which is the S tier. The very top tier is I want to live this right now.
No, relive
Oh yeah,
this.
I want to relive this right now. Like put it in my veins. I want to go back right this second. Second one is Swinger Olympic silver medalist. So almost there, but not quite. Just not quite S tier, but still
great.
amazing. Yes. Number 3 is over before it even started.
So to us, it still was really great, right? But it didn't last very long. Like it was a short trip. I wanted more of it. It just wasn't long enough. So over before it started.
Next one is in 10 years for sure.
Yeah. So in 10 years for sure, to me is I really did enjoy it, but maybe it's a smaller event. Maybe it's just, I feel like the age demographic, we didn't quite make as many connections, probably because it was a smaller event. Still had a really amazing time, but I feel like for us, in like 10 years, when we're 40 or something, 42, it'll be even that much better.
Meaning when we are more part of the average demographic in age-wise, it would be a lot more enjoyable for us. So still a great event, but just not for us at this time.
And the last one is vanilla is okay, but we prefer pineapple. These are trips that we went on, and it was a little just too vanilla for us.
There's a place for vanilla, you know, like we are vanilla most of everything that we do in our life.
Yeah.
But whenever we are going on vacations, we have found that we just have a lot more fun when we go to places that have a more lifestyle atmosphere, just because we're surrounded by like-minded people and it feels more free, and it's just what we personally enjoy at this time of our lives.
And we did do some like vanilla stuff. So like we were in Cancun for several days before we went to Desire, right? We're not going to talk about Cancun. So it's going to be basically if it's lifestyle or at least lifestyle adjacent type travel. So that's the 11 things that we are going to be organizing today.
We're going to go with the first trip we did, which was in February, and it was in South Beach, Miami, a couple days before we actually got onto Temptation Cruise. So how was the 2 days in South Beach?
So we stayed at the Clevelander, which is a hotel that I guess in general, there's quite a few people who are lifestyle who stay at the Clevelander before Temptation Cruise starts. It's a very party-heavy hotel. We had other friends who were going on Temptation that were there, so we had lifestyle friends there. So our trip essentially consisted of us going to this hotel, hanging out with some lifestyle friends, also going getting some meals with some lifestyle friends, and then we rode bikes around South Beach, Miami. And so where I feel like I would rate it is
We should both at the same time.
Okay. And also, I will say, I have to say this too. It was a really, really loud party. Temptation, I believe, went out on a Monday. We were there on Saturday and Sunday for 2 nights before. And Saturday night was like a big party night. The night before, we had woke up at like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., something crazy to get on our flight because our flight was at like 6 a.m. And so we were exhausted this first day. And the party was so loud.
I think let's go ahead and choose where we would put it, and then I'll give like my reasonings for that, because that kind of goes into it. But okay, we'll do 1, 2, 3.
Are you gonna say like
it.
I'm gonna say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or
no,
just?
I'm gonna read it out loud.
Okay.
Like read the yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Vanilla's okay, but I prefer pineapple. I totally agree.
It was like, it felt like a lifestyle type vibe, I guess, party vibe.
We had lifestyle friends.
Yeah,
so.
but not everybody was lifestyle, so then it just kind of like felt off to me. It just it felt like a normal club, but kind of with lifestyle people, where it's just a different vibe. I don't think, maybe you won't understand unless you've actually been there, but it felt like going to a normal nightclub versus going to like a lifestyle club.
Yeah, and it's interesting because of 2 things. One, I feel like I'm in the mindset of being in that lifestyle party atmosphere, but it was a mix, right? So it's a lot of vanilla people with some lifestyle people around you. And so yes, it still felt lifestyle at times. We were dancing with our friends, like it felt lifestyle to a point, but then because a lot of the people around you are just vanilla, it just felt vanilla to me.
However, I will say, I think maybe if we had planned it in a way where I don't know, because like later on we have another one where we like got a house with friends, and I don't think that one was like vanilla's okay.
But wait, don't tell me you're rating early.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm just saying, because like I think because we were hanging out with lifestyle friends, but for some reason it felt different though whenever we got the house.
I think because everyone was lifestyle at that house.
But everyone we were hanging out with.
Yeah, but I was surrounded, like walking around, everyone around me wasn't lifestyle. Also, I learned something very important this trip. I thought the Clevelanders a party hotel. Oh yeah, an extra 2 days of partying before Temptation Cruise. This is going to be so great. I learned that right before a lifestyle cruise, I like a more relaxing atmosphere so I can get myself in the mindset to be in that lifestyle atmosphere and to party. So that also, to me, I learned something.
I think we might be in the minority there, because I know a lot of people, and I think also because we do go on like a lot of trips, but I think whenever you're not able to do like a ton of different ones, you want to extend your vacation as long as possible, right? So we would probably have a different mindset had we not also have a cruise coming up and then Bliss Cruise in like 2 months after that, you know what I mean? But anyways, for us, we're gonna move that to, I should have moved that at the very beginning, but vanilla is okay, but we prefer pineapple.
Nice.
All right, so the second one is February Temptation Cruise, and
I go between 2 in my head for this, but I do believe I have the answer that I want.
I also have 2. But I kind of think
what are the 2? Let's talk about the 2 you're between, and then we'll choose at the same time. The 2 that I am between is Over Before It Started, and I want to relive this.
Oh, I was gonna do. I want to relive this in Silver Olympic medalists.
Okay, I see. So, well, let's choose what we're gonna choose, and then we can talk about why we felt the ways we felt.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Over Before It Even Started isn't like what I think, because I feel like Temptation Cruise is one of the ones that's good for 5 nights. I don't know if I could have done Temptation for another 2 days, 2 nights.
That's what we gotta choose, and then we'll choose which one we're gonna go with, and then see if we match, and then if so, we can discuss why we feel.
Mine was the first 2, and yours was
1
2
or 3.
and 3.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 or 3.
Yeah.
Well then,
which is I want to relive this or Over Before It Even Started.
Then,
but I know my answer. I feel solid about my answer.
Okay. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I want to relive
this right now.
Yes. Okay. Same. Okay. So I do agree with you. 5 nights, I feel like for a lifestyle cruise is short, but I do feel like I agree. Temptation probably is the exception. I feel like the party is pretty heavy on Temptation, and Temptation sometimes after 5 nights I'm like, okay, I'm pretty worn out. We're on Bliss and stuff. Sometimes I'm like, I still want more nights even after night 7. So
I think it's the demographic too, because Temptation allows singles. Temptation is definitely more of like not just lifestyle. It's more of like an adult spring break. So that's probably why. Like it is lifestyle, but not as lifestyle as lifestyle stuff really is, or typically is, I guess I could say. So I think it's just too much. I don't know if I could
we
do
gotta
so
move it. You didn't move it up there.
I keep forgetting to move it at the same. Sorry. Okay. This one's going to.
I
sorry,
want to
not
relive
there.
this.
I want to relive this right now.
Okay.
Alrighty. Oh, also all of these pictures and like the pictures that we're using to put into the tier list, we do have videos for all of those. So we have reviews on everything. We've vlogged everything. So if you're wanting more content from us there, you can find that on our YouTube channel. Alrighty. The next one is April Bliss Cruise.
See, this is another hard one that I'm between two, really.
This one is pretty clear cut for me.
So I'm between Swinger Olympic silver medalist.
Wait, I feel like we should just say it.
But what I need to, but you only want one. I need to tell you two that I'm between.
Well, maybe if you say,
Okay.
oh, that's true. Okay, because I was gonna say, never mind.
Because see, I'm between Swinger Olympic silver medalist and over before it even started.
I'm over before it even started. That's the only.
Oh,
one.
we didn't do it at the same time.
Well, I know because you said that you didn't think we should do it at the same time. Oh,
I wanted to say my two first, and then we were going to go at the same time when we decided.
Oh, it's my bad.
But I think I'll agree with you. I think that I'll give it over before it even started. And so move it up there. Move Bliss Cruise.
April over before it even started.
So Bliss Cruise April in 2024 was 5 nights.
Yep.
And this is why I feel like I'm going to give it over before it even started. There was tons of really amazing people on Bliss Cruise April. But it took us a while to make the connections and really find our groups of people. And I feel like with the way that, to me, with the way Bliss flows, I feel like having like 7 nights makes it perfect. And I feel like even one more night, I definitely would have moved it up to silver medalist. But to me, it just felt a little short because I feel like we kept not waiting to make connections, but it was like we didn't have that many connections. And on like night 4, I feel like we had like 7 connections.
I think it's because lifestyle takes a little bit longer to get into the mind space. So you're getting your bearings on. This is everybody on a lifestyle cruise, typically. Except for Temptation Cruise. That's what I'm saying. Temptation moves a little bit quicker, and I think it's because it's not specifically lifestyle.
Which is
right?
interesting, though, because also I would have thought originally, before I ever went on a Bliss April, I would have thought Temptation moves faster because it's 5 nights and people know they only have 5 nights. So I would have thought, well, Bliss April is only 5 nights. So people also move faster because you know you have less time. But after experiencing both, I don't think that's the case. I think that you are right. So
it just felt
it's interesting.
Like, it is. So it felt like people, including us, it just took a little bit more time to really get into the mind space or the headspace of
acclimate that.
Yeah, to acclimate this kind of vacation. And then by the time that we did, it was like day 3. And then you only have 2 nights left.
Yeah.
And so then, or I guess 3 nights left, night 3, night 4, night 5. But then night 5 is typically usually the last night of a swingers cruise isn't near as like party heavy.
People have to go to sleep early. You have to get off the boat
at like 7 or 8. So it's not like, so then you really only have 4 nights. So then,
I think that's a good rating.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
All right, the next one is Naughty Nolans, and this is a lifestyle convention that happens in the summer. So this was
big convention,
a huge convention,
around 3,500 people. Big convention between 2 hotels in New Orleans. It was our first time ever going to Naughty. We're going again this year.
Yes.
I'm very excited for it. I feel like I have an answer for this for me already.
Me too.
Okay, you just want to go on 3?
1, 2, 3. Swinger
Olympic silver medalist. Yes, I was gonna say the same thing.
Say that word. Let's try that one more time.
On 3. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Swinger Olympic silver medalist. I agree. So it's only 4 nights, right? And I feel like it could have easily gone into the over before it even started, but there's something about it. I don't know if it's because of all of the courses that are going on. There are so many people. It's between multiple different hotels. It just felt to me like a good amount of time. Well, yes, if it was like 5 nights, I feel like I would have enjoyed it just as much, but it felt like enough time, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And the only reason that I don't move it to I want to relive this is because of the fact of I am a cruise person, and I know that cruises are my favorite lifestyle vacation. So I feel like for me to really get to that I want to relive it tier, it's probably going to be a cruise.
I agree with you in that sense. So it's not the timing for me. It's not like how long it is. I actually do think for a convention, or a hotel takeover, that is enough time. I don't know if I'd want to do like 5, 6, 7 nights at a hotel takeover. And I think it's because, actually, no, I don't think. I know it's because I prefer convenience. So I like being on a cruise or a resort, you could say, where everything is already there. I like not having to think about where we're going to eat, what we're going to eat. I like knowing that everyone is at the same hotel or the same, everyone's in the same place. Because here, there's multiple different hotels. And yes, you could walk from one to the other. It's not hard, and you could take the shuttle. But it is a lot easier just to be on the cruise ship with everybody, going to eat at the same place. And, everyone's going to be there. And there is... which is great because there are so many options. That is like a pro to Naughty Nolans, just for me to want to be like, this is my absolute favorite. That is the reason.
Yeah, I can see a lot of people though doing it, and that I want to relive this because I think a lot of people like that you can party on Bourbon Street, that you can go to all the different parties, that they do have food at the nighttime parties, right? Or you can go to New Orleans and get some of the best food in America, in my opinion, and you could have all that. And so I think a lot of people would put it in I want to relive it. But I think because of our love of the convenience and the love of the lifestyle cruises and cruises in general.
Because you're also like seeing a lot of different places. Like you're getting off port and being able to explore, different countries and like whatever it is. And yes, you can do and explore different parts of like the city of New Orleans, which is also really cool. It's just different.
But it's a strong silver medalist.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not saying like if it was Usain Bolt running, and he won, it's like it's barely a silver medalist, right? Like only lost by that 10th of a second. Like it's close to being up there.
Exactly.
So, all right, let's go with the next.
This podcast is brought to you by us, Bella and Jase. If you're going on a vacation or maybe you have a gift that you want to give your other lifestyle friends and you're looking for lifestyle clothing, we have the best apparel on the market for you. We have not only clothing, bikinis, swimsuits, we have backpacks, tumblers, cups, anything that you can name, we probably have it. You can find that at foreplay.com/shop.
Let's say you're at a party, you're going on vacation, things are moving a little bit slow. Maybe you want some conversation to flow. Maybe you want to move stuff towards play. Well, we have the perfect game for you. It's called Foreplay the Game. It is a digital and physical lifestyle icebreaker game, and you can find out all about it at foreplay.com/games. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com/games.
If you don't have a lifestyle vacation planned, a resort or a cruise planned, why not? You can join us. You can find that at foreplay.com/playcation. We have not only information about the events and trips that we'll be on this year, but also other options for you as well. And it doesn't cost any extra for you to book through our links, but helps us a lot, helps us continue to be able to make this type of content for you. Now back to the show.
This is Desire RM.
Which is Desire Riviera Maya.
Yeah, which is a lifestyle specific resort in Cancun, Mexico, and we are specifically talking.
Well, it's in Riviera Maya.
Yeah, Riviera
Mexico.
Maya.
So it's about 30 minutes away
from Cancun.
Yeah.
And this is since it's been upgraded. So this is the new upgraded with Eden, all of that Desire. We were there for 3 days, and so where are you going to put it?
I don't know if we're going to agree with this one. So, do you know where to put it? Where are you going to put it?
I'm between two. You want to say two that you're between?
I'm not between two.
Okay, I'm in between Swinger Olympic silver medalist.
Oh.
And in 10 years for sure.
I was in 10 years for sure.
Okay, well, once again, we didn't say it at the same time. We just answered.
I keep forgetting.
But that's okay.
My bad.
So, it's very hard, this one. So,
I'm so sorry. I think I'm getting excited. And
no, it's really fun. I'm having a laugh on doing this. So, you know what? I will agree with you. I will put it in 10 years for sure, because while I think that it is really great, I love it, but it's all about Desire with the people you meet. And Desire itself, as an actual place and their accommodations and everything, it is easily top tier, right?
Yes.
But in the perspective of everything, rating it compared to everything we did last year, I agree in 10 years. And the reason I say that is because the first time I went to Desire, we made some really great connections with people. And I feel like silver medalist would have probably fit. But
I think last time I would have put it over before it even started.
That's fair too.
Yeah.
That's fair too. But this time, while we had a lot of fun, it was really amazing because I feel like me and you connected so much at Desire
Yes.
RM. Like, I enjoyed it just as much as the time when he made all those other connections. But it was just different. And since we're ranking it in a lifestyle thing, I feel like in 10 years, I would have made more connections just because I would say the average demographic there is that 45 to 55. And
Maybe 40
yeah,
to
and so in 10
55.
years, I just feel like we would have made more connections with people. And it's not like we weren't trying to, right? It's just, I feel like,
And that's another reason why cruises are always like, we always like events that have a lot more options, just like a lot more people, just because there is the average demographic, but then because it's a bell curve, yes, you might not have as many people in their 30s, it's still 10 to 15% of that population. So there's just going to be a bigger population of people who we might be able to relate to a little bit more than a smaller demographic of when it comes to a resort.
Yeah.
However, I will say, like
I,
Jase
one
said,
thing I want to be clear on that though.
Oh, okay.
Also, I will say, we do make a lot of connections with people that are in their 40s or in their 50s. Like, we have a lot of connections with people that are all different age demographics, but I feel like, and I mean, I think this is what everybody does, right? Like, I
Yeah.
do think that you fall the most into the people that are closest to your age as a general rule. So it's not like we didn't talk to anyone or meet anyone nice at Desire. Like, we met a ton of great people,
Yeah.
but just like, as a general rule, I feel like people tend to fall into their age category overall.
It's just
and so
easier to
just to
relate to
clarify
people.
that,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like we couldn't make connections. Like, we did make some nice connections, just not as many or any that led to play or that we really felt like were the greatest connections. But the people were awesome. So
yeah,
anyway,
people
finish what
are
you're
always amazing.
So finish what you were gonna say though. But I wanted to clarify that before.
I will say though, I think that if there was some kind of takeover or something, it could have been one or two.
I agree.
I think just because it was, we went on a weekend, which is the most busy part, like the most busy time to go. It just wasn't a specific like takeover weekend or something. I know even at Temptation, we didn't go to Temptation this year, but at Temptation Resort they have some takeovers.
Tryst.
Yeah, Tryst, and
Yeah.
that we hear a lot of really good things about from friends. And the resort might be a little bit more our vibe had we chosen to go during a specific takeover. Because amenity, the food, everything is like so great. It's just not for us at this time in our life.
I agree.
Still
I agree.
love it though.
Yeah, I agree. So next, we are going to rate our trip to London. A brief thing of what happened here was we were going on Desire Cruise, which will be the next thing after London, and we were flying through London. It was our first time in London, and we decided, you know what? We're landing on Saturday morning at 7 a.m. after an all-nighter. Let's go to a swingers club in London because they can speak English there, and it'd be really cool to go see the swinging lifestyle in a different place where we can understand. And we had talked to people because we were flying from Desire RM
Yeah.
to London, and we had met some people from London who told us a club that they thought would be really nice for us. That was in central London, that was close to where we were staying. So we went to a swingers club in London, and that's what we're rating here. And the club was called Le Boudoir. I said it was really fun. I really enjoyed it, but I do have a category that I would put it in.
I also have a category.
Okay,
Let's
on
see.
3. Can you do it on 3 this time? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can count.
Okay.
And remember.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Over before it even started.
Yeah. Definitely agree. I thought it was really awesome. The thing that's crazy to me is I feel like last time with swingers clubs, I would say in 10 years, right? Because of the demographic.
yeah.
But in London, we were the normal demographic.
That was wild
Young,
to understand. to see.
like 30s was the main demographic, which was so crazy to me. I had so much fun here. We met a lot of really nice people here. People were very friendly. It is much more forward
Yep.
than the lifestyle is in the United States, but the club itself was awesome, and it was just difficult. We were so tired. I think we made it to like midnight. We were exhausted from traveling for, a full 24 hours before that, but super glad that we got to go and experience that. It was super fun. Le Boudoir was super nice. They let us come in a little bit early so that we could actually like film a video about it and do a review about it, and so that was really awesome. But yeah, it wasn't enough time because it's one night at a swingers club.
Yeah. The next one is Desire Cruise. So after London, we went from there and then flew to Athens. And we were in Athens for a few days before. We didn't do any lifestyle stuff there, though. So we're not going to include that.
I guess
but...
vanilla, but it was okay. We prefer pineapple. Athens was really cool, though. It was a really nice city. Anyway.
Yeah, so it was our first Desire Cruise. Desire Cruises are Desire Cruises are couples only. We have reviews over all of this, and we're not going to get too much into that. But let me see. Okay, I know where I'm going to put this.
It's not just lifestyle cruises; it's luxury lifestyle cruises. To establish a difference between that, it is huge. It is very, very different.
Well, huge as in not like.
A huge difference between them.
Difference. I see.
Yeah,
yes.
and it's very different. It is very lifestyle. 100%. There's playrooms. People are playing in there. So it's definitely is
Couples
very
only.
lifestyle. Yeah, but it's luxury cruising.
It was on Oceania Cruise Line.
Yeah. So
that
anyway.
versus like Royal Caribbean or even Celebrity, it is like a completely different tier of cruising. Yeah, the luxury was crazy.
Yeah.
But,
so I know where I'm gonna put it.
okay. On 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. In 10 years for sure.
But I might change this like in 15 to 20 years for sure from our age.
No.
I feel like
when we're 43, we're almost 33.
I feel like 50 would be the perfect time to go on Desire Cruise for me.
No, because you have to think whenever we're 43, we're gonna be able to hang out with people who are 50. Like right now, I can. Well,
No.
I know. It's just like
Yeah. And I will say this. I had an incredible time on Desire Cruise. I don't think that you need to be 40 or 50 to go and enjoy it. The ports are amazing. The people are so interesting. The food is so good. It's so much fun. But it feels very lifestyle to me. But we didn't make as many lifestyle connections per se. And I feel like it was because there was that larger age gap. But it was awesome. So if you're wanting to do like that lifestyle mixed with cool destinations, I want to relive this. It's an S tier actual vacation itself. Like Desire Cruise is an S tier, top of the line vacation, one of the coolest lifestyle experiences I've ever had in my entire life. And that's me at 32. So I can only imagine at 40 or 50 how incredible Desire Cruise would be.
Yeah, if you like travel, if you like luxury, if you like exploring, if you like a little bit more of an intimate setting, I'm not going to say like super intimate because it's definitely bigger than like a typical hotel takeover. There's maybe about 1,200 people.
But that was on this ship. Some of the small ships are 600 people.
That's true, yeah. This one is actually their Desire's biggest cruise as of that time, which was 1,200 people, so that we went on, but typically it is more in the 600 people range. So if you like that little bit more of that intimate setting, Desire Cruise is definitely, I would say, is like the best choice. Pricing wise, there's just like a big difference there, but then also you're getting that luxury. So yeah, if it would be, I want to relive this, or number 2.
It would be, I want to relive this if I was 10 years older.
Yeah. That's true.
100%.
It would be, yeah, not even number 2.
And
it
I
would
remember,
be like depending on.
It's incredible. I think that if I was in the main demographic, I think it could be the best lifestyle vacation.
We got something to look forward to.
So we're gonna do these every year, and when we're 50, make sure to come back and see if we put
Not
it in
50,
when we're 40, see if we put it. I want to relive this because I guarantee you, we will. Okay, next is an event called Libertine Senses. Kate does an amazing job of these events. She is who was originally Swinging Down Under, and now she is Wanderlust Swingers, her and her husband Daryl. She puts on really cool events across the United States and Europe. And so it's across the pond over there doing a bunch of stuff too, which is really cool. This event was in San Antonio, our first time in San Antonio, our second Libertine event. It was a 3-night hotel takeover. And so that's the premise of it. And so I also feel like I know where I would put this.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. In 10 years for sure. Yeah.
I agree.
Again, amazing event.
Move it up.
Oh, let me move it. Yes. Again, amazing event.
Amazing people.
Yes. Oh,
The
some
sense
of the
of community.
best people.
Oh, it was maybe the best sense of community I've ever felt at a lifestyle event. I mean,
if you're wanting to dip your toe in and you're wanting to try a bigger event but don't know where to start but want to feel safe, Libertine events, definitely I would recommend. I think it's not too overwhelming. I think they do an amazing job, even with the playrooms.
they do classes. They do different like games. They have like a boudoir thing. We taught a couple different classes. They have fun parties at night. There was like food options that were there. The hotel was nice, and honestly, it was just it's such a good event. And we've met a lot of people that have gone to the Libertine event that go to all the Libertine events. And they're like, this is really my people. I have found my people at these events, and I can 100% see why Kate has created such a great atmosphere. It's one of those same things where the demographic is just, it's a very intimate setting. And I just feel like in 10 years, that event would be even more fun.
For us.
For us personally.
Yeah, not 10 years for them to evolve. 10
Yeah.
years of us for us in age.
And that's
like,
with all of these.
Yeah.
Desire RM, Desire Cruise, like all of those.
Basically, if we could just be like, okay, we are 42 years old right this second. That's what we're reading.
Then I would definitely rate it higher.
Does that make sense? Does it sound like in this? Does it say 10 years? Because it feels like they need to
be clarified.
Yes, okay.
But yeah, super great event, super fun event.
I also think because it is more creator edutainment, you could say. So it used to be called Podcastapalooza. It still is Podcastapalooza, but it's more called Libertine Senses right now. So Libertine events right now. But the classes, a lot of the classes, so there are podcasters that are hosts of the event, right? So there are different creators in the space. And I think because it is a little bit more led forward that way, because we're creators in the lifestyle to want to help other people explore this if they want to. This is something that we have found joy for ourselves in our relationship, and so it's something that we want to share and break the stigma down. So I think because having that group of people who also want to do that, who are also putting themselves out there and creating this content, and it's not like there are a ton of us out there doing this, I think that's why the community is so tight, and it's really, really a special community.
Yeah.
So highly recommend.
One more thing that I want to say also about Libertine that I think is very top tier. The playrooms, the way they had them set up, I thought was awesome. They converted actual rooms into different senses, and this one was called Senses, and so they played at different senses in each of the playrooms. Also, Kate always does cool themes, and the themes are also unique and generally play on the theme of the overall takeover. And so like the themes this time had to do with your senses as well. So there's a lot of creativity that goes into it and a lot of like forethinking on her part. And that's something else I think that's like really cool about Libertine.
Alrighty, and so the next one is we got a house in Miami a couple days before going on Bliss November cruise, and
This was all lifestyle friends.
Oh yeah, all the lifestyle friends, and I know where I want to put this.
I know where I put this too.
1, 2, 3. I want to relive this
Yeah.
right now.
I agree. And I just said earlier, it'd probably have to be a cruise to go on. I want to relive this right now, but I lied, I guess, because
That's true, yeah.
it was incredible being around 4 other couples who I genuinely just love so much, are just such amazing people. It was so much fun. The house was cool. We had a pool. We had a pool table. We just sat and talked. We watched movies. It was friends' birthdays. Lots of the girls cooked different foods, and we made a birthday cake, and everyone like took part and helped and like
chipped in. And
and like people ordered groceries or people would bring all, and it just felt like, you said at one point, it felt like it was like found family.
Yeah, like, you know, when you're reading a book or if you watch a show or a movie and then you find that sense of, you watch these people and they become a found family, it feels like that. Like, it felt like that. And we've been in this for 10 years, okay? And we haven't felt that until we did this house with these specific couples. And I think that's the biggest thing with that too is, so basically it's like getting an Airbnb with lifestyle friends, right? But I think that it depends on who is at that Airbnb. And it just so happened that all of these couples and really, really like meshed together and we really enjoyed each other. We kind of took a little bit of a risk with that because we knew everybody. And so I don't know if matchmaking is the word, but we like our friends to like our other friends. Like, we want all of us to be friends. And so pretty much everybody there, we had introduced them to each other.
Except one couple knew nobody.
I know, but we introduced that couple to everybody because we invited them to go to the house.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So it's like, it depends, because that could go awry pretty.
Yeah, but it worked perfectly.
Yeah, it worked out really well for our group.
So it was
It was so fun.
it was awesome. We were already talking about like how everyone is going in 2026, and we're like, we have to do this again.
Yes.
And I will so genuinely look forward to it. It was one of my favorite things that we did last year, to be honest. And that brings us to Bliss Cruise, November 2024 on Oasis of the Seas, 7-night
Symphony of the Seas.
Symphony of the Seas, yes, biggest lifestyle event ever to our knowledge. And I 100% know where I'm going to put this. It is easy for me. 1, 2, 3. I want to relive this. Favorite lifestyle vacation of all time. The most connections we've ever made. The most fun I feel like I've just ever had. I feel like me and you found our routine. We were just in the mornings. We spent so much time connecting together. We had so many friends that we just hung out with throughout the day. The day felt relaxing, and then we made so many connections at night, and it was awesome.
This is even including, we touched on it a little bit in our vlogs where we talked about it, but we even had times during like multiple nights where we had conflict happen, and we had to work through that, and we didn't even like make it out to a couple like of the night parties all the way through because we had to work on our own relationship and get through a specific conflict together. And even with those things, it still was my favorite lifestyle vacation we've ever been on.
I agree. And those things that happen, those conflicts, are ways that we were able to work through them, grow together, and I don't see those things happening in the future. And I feel like we're a better couple for it. And so it's not like it was like a lost night. It was a gained health in our relationship by missing out on like maybe a party of a night, but that didn't decrease the quality for me because I felt like I learned something, we grew together.
Exactly.
And then on top, I said, it was so many amazing people. We already had a ton of friends that we knew. We met so many new people. Also, this ship was almost like the same ship that they did in 2022, 2021, which was our first Bliss Cruise that we ever did. It was our first lifestyle vacation of all time, and we were so nervous. So we didn't really go and talk to people. We didn't do very much, and we felt like we were so shy. And I felt like this trip was reliving that first trip as how I wish I would have. Some of the people I hadn't seen since that trip were on this cruise, and it felt really special, and it was just incredible. It was my favorite lifestyle trip of all time, and yeah, it was S tier as it can be.
They're doing it again on Wonder of the Season, November 2026. So not saying that we have like 8 cruises planned from now until then. 7 cruises planned from now until then, lifestyle cruises. And I'm looking forward to every single one. But I will say I'm like very, very, even more so looking forward to Wonder of the Season 2026. Especially knowing like the friends that we had at the house, like they're gonna go on that one too and everything. So
and if you guys are wanting to book any of these trips for Naughty and Nolans and for the Bliss Cruises, the Temptation Cruises, now there are 2 Temptation Cruises in 2025, March and November, as well as actually 2 Blisses, April and November in 2025, and then 3 in 2026. And so if you guys want to come with the group, you're welcome to go to our website, fourplay.com/travel, to see all of the events, or fourplay.com/cruise. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com/cruise, to see all the cruises. On all of the cruises and stuff, we do a meetup where people can get to know everybody. We play some games. It's just a really fun way to make some friends with some like-minded people. We also give away some goodies there. We do a group dinner. It's just always a really fun time. So if you guys want to be a part of the Foreplay group, come on one of these cruises, come on one of these trips. It doesn't cost you any extra. It just helps us out a lot, helps us be able to continue to create content like this and help people on their lifestyle journeys. So we'd love to meet people. It's always just such a fun time. And again, you can go to foreplay.com/travel if you want to see all of the different events that are going on, or foreplay.com/cruise if you want to specifically see the cruises. And we'd love to have you guys as part of the Foreplay group. So I said we'll have the links down below. But let's go ahead and jump into the last trip of the year, a vanilla cruise. And why we left this one on here is because lots of people now want to go on vanilla cruises because they think they're going to find lifestyle people. And that's why we think that it fits on this tier list.
And now there are even certain cruise lines that don't allow any kind of decorations on doors that could be misinterpreted for anything sexual or any kind of innuendos at all. So that's something to think about too. If you're wanting to meet lifestyle people, don't go on a vanilla cruise to do that. Like, definitely go on a lifestyle cruise.
Maybe one of the new Virgin cruises, but
Yeah,
that's
Virgin
still,
cruises
but
is
still
different,
not
but
what I would
yeah.
do. If you really want to meet lifestyle people and be in that environment, go on a lifestyle cruise. Go on Bliss Cruise or Temptation Cruise. That's what I'm going to say at the end of the day. I don't think it's the best way to do it if you're trying to meet lifestyle people. But if you want to go on a vanilla cruise, they're super fun. And the Virgin ones I've heard are awesome.
Which
But
we actually did meet some lifestyle people on there. And
people even left a note that said swingers on our
I
door.
know, but that's only because like
know,
we
it's
make
just funny.
I know it's because we make content, so they just know, like they've seen our faces before.
Yeah.
And we weren't advertising or anything. On our door, we only had a whiteboard, and at the very, very corner, one day after we got a message that said
Yeah.
swingers.
It said
Heart.
Bella and Jase.
Yeah, it did say, but it had our name. But I drew like a tiny little pineapple down there with a dry erase marker on the board, but that was like the only time.
Yeah, and somebody
but,
said, okay, your place at midnight or something like that. So people are aware of it on these cruises.
But also,
anyway,
they could be vanilla people just like making a joke. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
just go on a lifestyle cruise.
that's why. Let's 1, 2, 3. We'll say 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Vanilla is okay,
but we prefer prefer pineapple. Vanilla's okay, but we
Vanilla's
prefer
okay.
pineapple. Vanilla is okay, but we prefer pineapple. I definitely agree. I had an incredible time on this cruise. It was actually a family trip. It was super wonderful. We even went one night and we wore swinger clothing to the nightclub to see what people would say. Some people were like, "I love your shirt," and then the nightclub had like 6 people in it. So it definitely wasn't much of a party. It was great, but as far as lifestyle vacation go, it's the bottom of the barrel. Is
Yeah.
what I have to say there. Do you have anything to add with that?
No, yeah, it was definitely, if you're gonna go on a vanilla cruise, make it a vanilla vacation, which is great too. Like there's,
Yeah.
like I said, it's a time for lifestyle stuff and there's a time for not lifestyle stuff, and I completely understand too. I mean, there's families and stuff there. It's definitely like, I don't think I would ever go on a Disney cruise expecting to see and have lifestyle experiences on a Disney cruise. You know what
Especially
I mean?
not
So, what?
Especially not there. I feel like
On a Disney one?
Yeah, I feel like
I don't know. I've heard like we know a lot of Disney adults who are in the lifestyle.
That on cruises?
And I
Who
bet
knows?
they would go on a cruise if they want.
if you guys know that, comment down below. If you
Yeah.
guys are Disney cruisers and you've had lifestyle experiences, let us know in the comments down below.
However, if you do want to go on a vanilla, I guess I would call it vanilla-ish, right? Because it is adults only. The Virgin cruises, we haven't ever personally been, but we have met people who go on there, and it's almost like it's kind of like a mix, right? It's like not lifestyle, but it's a little bit people who
There's
aren't
a
like completely vanilla.
Slight
all the
swirl
time.
on there
Yeah,
or something
maybe
like that.
slight.
We would like to go on one sometime. If we ever go on one, then we will let you guys know. So yeah, I really hoped you guys enjoyed that. We enjoyed recording it. It was so fun to talk about all the fun places. It was fun to like reminisce on all of the trips that we did this year or last year. We got to do a lot of really cool stuff, some for the first time, and it was just so much fun. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. But now let's go ahead and jump into Belle and Jase's weekly obsessions. All right, so why don't you go first on this podcast?
Okay, I'll take it to the bridge.
Yummy.
My first obsession is, so I have a new YouTube channel. It is, I guess you could say, my more vanilla hobbies, my more wholesome-ish content. I've started making booktube videos, so I make like reading vlogs, and I show my crochet in there and my other like artistic projects, those kinds of things. So if you guys want to watch more wholesome Bella, you can find me on YouTube, and that's at Hey Bella Luna. And
I would highly recommend Wholesome Bella and
Spicy Bella.
Spicy Bella. They're both incredible, and I think that your other content, I watched it, and I just think it's really fun. So
Oh,
I highly
thank
recommend.
you.
I'm
You might be
supportive.
biased. You
I
also
think you're
like
bi.
books, and I
I don't
am
think
bi.
I am bi.
You wish you were bi.
Oh yeah. Well, so anyway, what you're saying? I also like what?
I also like reading. So if you like reading, you like reading vlogs, you like crochet.
If you like Bella,
gra-
watch it.
Yeah. If you
I'm
like
telling
me,
you guys, support my wife.
Yeah.
Go watch her
To
YouTube
what?
channel.
Flirt your wife?
No, support.
Oh, support. Yes.
Support my wife. Go watch her YouTube channel right now. Do it. It's linked below. Click the link below. We have it linked down below. You watch her YouTube video right now and enjoy it, okay?
Thank you.
Then you can comment. Tell him I sent you.
You heard my husband. Don't make him come there and give you a knuckle sandwich. Go watch my YouTube videos. Also watch our foreplay YouTube videos too.
Yeah, watch those as well.
My second obsession is a fragrance. It's the Billie Eilish fragrance, her very first one, the one that is like a yellowy looking one,
Gold
that
bottle?
goldish. It's a vanilla-ish perfume. It smells so good. I have been using that as my go-to fragrance, especially for fall. I really like switching off between that one and then My Way by Giorgio Armani for daytime, and I love it. It's so good. So highly recommend to go give those a little sniff. If you want to know what I smell like, just kidding.
Yeah, you can smell it while you watch a YouTube channel. Go watch YouTube videos. I have two obsessions. The first one is we watched a movie called Companion, and I loved it. It's like a double obsession. I love this actress named Sophie Thatcher. So we watched a movie called Heretic. Maybe I don't know, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, and this girl in it, I was like, I just love this girl. There's just something about her. I just think that she's so talented, she's so pretty, and just something about it I just liked. And then she was in this new movie called Companion, and so I love her. We started watching Yellow Jackets, which she's in, which is also really good. But Companion, I'm not going to give anything away. We went into Companion without knowing anything, and I truthfully feel like it is the best way to watch that movie. I mean, completely blind, and just going in knowing nothing, because there'll be some twists and turns that just make the movie better. Because I was just at points I was like, what is happening? And I loved it. I thought Companion was so awesome. So that is my first obsession. My second obsession, I'm going to say the Grammys. We watched the Grammys last week, and I was really happy because Sabrina Carpenter, Charlie XCX, and Chappell Roan are all now Grammy winners. And if you know anything about me, I'm an absolute slut for all the pop princesses, and I'm so happy to see all those girls win their first Grammys. I think they deserve them.
You're so girly pop.
And
You're even more girly pop than I am. No wonder why you like my YouTube content.
yeah, I watch your YouTube content. But we watched the Grammys. The performances that were live were all really awesome, and I just had a lot of fun watching it. And so that was what I was obsections.
Weekly obsessions.
Yeah, that's my other weekly obsession. I really enjoyed that. But thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. We really appreciate it. I had so much fun filming it. I think that you did too. You smiled a lot. Do you have fun?
I did have
Good.
fun.
I'm just confirming. I'm not going to speak for her. But thank you guys so much for listening. We'll hit you guys the outro, all right? Bye.
If you'd like to support the show, you can leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to our podcast. All our information will be listed in the show notes below and on our website, fourplay.com. That's number 4, OURPLAY.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we make videos and vlogs about the swinging lifestyle. Head to fourplay.com/YouTube to watch and subscribe. We have the ultimate adult party game for the sexually inclined called Foreplay the Game that's both digital and physical. It's perfect for breaking the ice and spicing up any party. You can find more information at foreplay.com/games. We also have the best swinger lifestyle, kinky, and adult humor clothing and accessories that you can find at foreplay.com/shop. If you're looking to plan a lifestyle destination, booking through our links at foreplay.com/travel really helps support the show and helps us be able to continue to create this type of content for you. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and more. You can find all our current social media accounts at foreplay.com/socials, and I have an OnlyFans, which you can find at onlyfans.com/BellaLunaVIP. We also have a Facebook group and Discord community and would love for you to join us. You can find the direct links in the show notes below. Lastly, we're on STC and Cassidy at Foreplay, and you can get a free full membership trial by using our link. You can email us at hello@foreplay.com with any questions or comments, or head to foreplay.com/ask. Again, all our information will be listed in the show notes below, and we thank you so much for listening to our podcast. See you in the next one. Bye!